This music is a little awesome. We like that. That's pretty damn cool. However, we have to tone it down for the fun times. As today is Flamingo. With the Flamingo. Whatever that is. Yeah, man. It's been a cool minute. Took the last week off. Had some familial affairs to kind of just hang out with. So nothing negatory. Just out there celebrating. And we just come back. We just just because you take a second to spend time with La Familia doesn't mean that the news don't stop. So that's where we're at, where we go, how Earth moves, so and so forth. But with all that being said, it's Sunday. It is April number 6, and we like to take a step back and vibe out with some of the classics, at least for us. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you here, and I hope that you have had a good, interesting, fun weekend as we approach this week's week. They updated these guys. Alright, so as far as things go, it is your boys, EXP 606 Stitch, so Okamisa Stitch, having fun, being cool, and vibing out. And Loud, we're still out here. Cables are my biggest nightmare, or my biggest deterrent in the year of 2025. But we get through it. So, it's gonna be a little salty. Be ready. I felt the vibe. Here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throwing up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind. Filth me off, let's loose. Now I new place to hang this noose. Turn me up from atop these troops. Not it tight so I don't get loose. Proof that you can stop and stare. Throw myself out, no one cares. Dug a trench out. Lay down there with a shovel up and to reach somewhere. Yeah, drum would pour it in. Make a dance, ask for again. Stay your players then stomp it out. Will they bring that chorus in? Just to throw it away, I bleed it out, thinking deeper, just to throw it away. I bleed it out, thinking deeper, just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it. Nothing stopping show, choppy words and that sloppy flow. Shotgun opera, lock and load. Clock back and then watch you go. Mom help me, I've been cursed. Death is rolling in reverse. Candy paint on his brand new hearse. Can't contain him, he knows he works. Fuck this hurts. I won't satisfy. Why ignoring him and make that turn to 4 again. Say. Let's make that SS floor again. Stay your prayers and stomp it out when you bring that chorus in. I bleed it out, thinking deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, thinking deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, thinking deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. Bleed it out. Open up the skies. I make your faces. I pull myself apart. I'll make your face this now. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, I bleed it out, thinking deeper, just to throw it away. I bleed it out, thinking deeper, just to throw it away. I bleed it out, thinking deeper, just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out. I bleed it out. I bleed it out. Wow. Yes. First time I heard that, I think the Angels were playing. Or the Dodgers were playing. I'm like, yo, man, that's a lot of blood for the game of baseball. So, with that one, and as events of cold creeps their way into the stage, we're gonna go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an interesting Sunday. A lot of things that happen, in case you didn't know. But in case you don't, now you know. 'Cause this is the news of the week. I'll catch you guys on the next flip towards the end. And for now, I'll leave you in the capable hands of this algorithm. Wow. Put that in, put the volume down, shut it off. There you go. Sheesh. It's true, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened. The Minecraft movie, Leapfrogs, the Super Mario Bros. Movie with the biggest domestic box office debut in history for a video game adaptation. Was that English enough for us? Because this is by Wesley Poole over at IGN. It's true. Minecraft movie has enjoyed a record-breaking start at the box office, leapfrogging the Super Mario Bros. Movie to secure the biggest domestic debut in history for a video game adaptation. The Xbox game adaptation starring Jason Momoa and Jack Black. The latter, whom also starred in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Wait, Momoa was in Bros? Oh, okay. It's Jack Black. Smashed box office expectations with enormous 157 million at North American theaters. Super Mario Bros. Movie, which now remains the highest grossing video game adaptation of all time, enjoyed 146 million domestically during the April 2023. Wait, what? Oh yeah, the Mario Bros. Sheesh. That is an easy 10, 11 million on top. That's just over the weekend. A Minecraft movie added 144 million via the international box office for global opening weekend. Total of 301 million. A Minecraft movie reportedly cost 150 million to produce before global marketing costs, so it may already be profitable for Warner Brothers. There you go. Minecraft movie is of course based on Mojang's Minecraft's best-selling video game of all time. Oh, I didn't organize. Minecraft owns Simulcast remains and has the movie tie into DLC to capitalize on the film's launch. Wow, really? IGN's movie Minecraft review returned a 6 out of 10. We said Napoleon Dynamite director Jared Hess puts a surprisingly specific and funny comedic spin on the Minecraft movie's kid-friendly venture, especially in the less antic first half. Fair enough. If you've seen the film, be sure to check out IGN. Yes, good job. That's a thing. That's a number. Numbers are interesting and fun, right? Because we compare and then we think about and then we reflect and we go, God dang it. I had a conversation with I think Staz recently where we essentially came to the point that when Mario Bros dropped, yes, you had everybody who had played the NES games and originals and even the Switch games and all that stuff go out and see that with their family and kids and maybe their parents or whatever. But if you really think about it, when a Minecraft movie dropped, i.e. 2025, compared to when the game was created and when it popped off, i.e. 15, almost 20 years ago, everybody who was born or grew up with Minecraft, like as a child, like in the child years, is now in the adolescent and is gonna go with their friends over the weekend to go watch this stuff. Like this means, I think, a bit more to the actual, we'll call them Gen, what are they? Gen X or whatever, the latest Gen Zs. And that's cool. It just goes back to showing that the money is with the people, right? The people, if they want it and they are there and they have the financial liquidity to choose for themselves, they will obviously go for their nostalgia or their fan favorite of their generation, which great. That's awesome. But it also makes it very obvious that, like, yeah, man, you have to just take care of the people who is their time. Like right now, work with them to make things happen, because apparently people are not the critics, right? I like how freaking Jack Black is flexing his chest right now. The critics are not really giving it the time, or they're not giving it its flowers. But everybody out there, clearly with the wallet or with an interest, or who cares, or who wanted to check it out, A, went to go pay for the ticket, and B, are saying good things about it. So, at least from my circle, I talk to people on the ground, and they enjoy it more than, say, something that is so super focused on being like the Mario Brothers, where it's an animation thing. You throw Jack Black in the mix and you make it somehow more approachable, which again is true for Super Mario Brothers. But man, this is one of those moments that, like, very don't say it, bro. Yeah, it gets me excited, because yeah, it throws things off the scale, and I like when the current status quo is not measurable, because to me that shows that we need to rerun the numbers, and that's exciting for me. I know a lot of people don't want to do work out there, but come on, man, we get good stuff out of it, and we'll see. But hey, salute to the Minecraft movie, because they really went on out, and now they're having fun with their go-tos. So shout out to everybody, shout out to Cass, shout out to Best Girl. I'm not gonna say anything, but that's it. And I'm glad. I'm really glad people are enjoying this. I feel like the filmmakers made this for the love of the people, just like Napoleon Dynamite was for the love of the awkward teenager. And yeah, eat your freaking food, Tina. But hey, the age of video game movies is upon us. You don't believe me? Because Epic Games CEO responds to rumors of a Fortnite movie. And that's right, baby. It's happening so fast. It's just like technology. This is by Johnny Flores Jr. for LeGamer. With the Minecraft movie blazing through to have the biggest opening day ever for a video game movie, and being predicted for an opening weekend, return of upwards of 110 millones. All despite rather ugly reviews from critics, it has people wondering what's the next big video game adaptation could be. If you're hoping for it to be Fortnite, I think again. That's because Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney, is that that other actress that only looks the part, is that threw some cold water at potential adaptation, casting doubt on whether the popular live service game will ever hit the silver screen. Take it from the man himself. In reply with the post sharing from Twitter influencer and most reliable source for movie news, Daniel RPK, I should follow him, Sweeney unequivocally put any rumors to bed. I don't even know her name. That's how terrible she is at acting. Sweeney, she was in Miss Marvel, or sorry, Madam Web. Stupid. Was responsible to now delete a post that suggests that a Fortnite movie could be the next big adaptation, though some studio has passed on the opportunity to produce it. Shortly after, DPK wrote on a separate reply to Sweeney, asking him to clarify whether Sony did or didn't pass an opportunity to make a Fortnite movie. As of this writing, Sweeney has not responded directly to Daniel RPK. Wow. The quote in question, "You just know Fortnite gets next. There was already talk of Fortnite movie, but some studios passed on it. That's obviously going to change now." End quote. Daniel RPK wrote in his original post that was then aggregated. While Fortnite continues to be one of the most popular video games around, it's hard to envision a movie or television adaptation the same way that we're seeing with Fallout or Devil May Cry. Then again, no one thought Minecraft could be a major success, like it's shaping up to be for now. It seems like Fortnite won't test those waters. Well, I guess maybe you don't have to believe me. but believe the big cows moving in the background. No, there's clearly talks about it, and I think maybe someone threw shade at him because he said that out loud, and now people are gonna want to bid on it. And now Sony, who probably just wanted the movie, but they don't wanted to lowball them, is now gonna have to pay fairly expensively. Seeing how Minecraft is doing, it's gonna raise the price for every freaking movie or video game adaptation project moving forward. And that could be a great thing because that means it could go into the production budget, or it could be a terrible thing because it means that people are going to hone in on that bullshit and like half-ass it. But I think we're past that part. I want to say Minecraft is the official F the critics. We like what we like. Borderlands was shit, and Minecraft isn't. Fascinating. But Fortnite, huh? Did someone say Devil May Cry? What? That's right. It's doing it on the fly, baby. Oh shit. It is the game. Because Yosh. Alright, I'll put this one in between. Switch it up. There we go. Because they wrote Deadpool instead of Dante's Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry fans hate the anime's version of the characters from the games. Really? I saw like 4 or 5 episodes. I thought it was kind of cool. George Forrester, over at The Gamer. Devil May Cry fans really aren't happy with the Netflix adaptation's portrayal of Dante and Letty, with most agreeing that they're very out of character and simplified. With video game adaptations all the rage right now, in the world of movies and streaming, there's a lot of discussion about which are the best and most influential. The Last of Us and Sonic get a lot of mentions. But that's one strangely left out is Netflix's Castlevania, Ayo, which reveals a series with more character-driven and story-focused lens. After Sex of Castlevania, fair enough, and its spin-off, Nocturne, the director of the original series has moved on to adapt another beloved and relatively quiet gaming series, Diablo Guerrero. While the series is getting decent reviews from critics and its visual stunning, it seems that it's a miss for a lot of fans. Eesh. Devil May Cry fans really don't like how the Netflix series adapts the game. Yosh. Ever since the series started streaming on Netflix a few days ago, Devil May Cry has been a hit with some pretty hefty negative feedback from longtime fans of the series. One of the biggest criticisms is how it portrays Dante, who is much more carefree and memey in the adaptation than he is in the games, despite being known as a bit of a goof. Twitter user Drake Vagabond summoned the complaints pretty much nicely when he pointed out that Dante is much more similar to Deadpool in the Netflix series than he is to his character in the games. Other fans, such as Twitter users Mr. White Guy 2, have pointed out how weak Dante feels in the series. As he struggles to go up against demons he wipes the floor with in the games. Okay, we'll keep it going, but we'll get to that. Well, it seems that at least some fans are trying to defend Dante and don't mind portrayal since he's supposed to be younger. Yep, that part. Yep. It seems that most don't like Netflix's show version of Lady. That part I do kind of understand. We'll get there though. Twitter user Brad Yonetta says that she's an, quote, unlikable loser who swears every 2 seconds. Hey, that's me. End quote. Wow, Perosus, except I can play guitar. O1 sank low and said, she's, quote, worse than Reboot Dante. End quote. Oh, Reboot Dante. Ouch. Man, I actually like the Devil May Cry reboot. Like the DMC game, I thought that was a shit. But then again, I think that's the first game I actually marathoned on a school night, because I remember taking a 5-hour energy and staying up to like 3. But I beat that shit. Anyways, ouch. While a lot of discussions around Devil May Cry is quite negative right now, it does seem that some fans have managed to find the fun in it at least. That being said, if some of the positive reviews recommend that you just don't think of it as canon, that does say something about how it adapts the series. Wow. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I get it. Most people I know watched it and love the show's direction of the character after playing the game. Reading some manga seems pretty accurate how the characters are. Seems like you're just pushing your own agenda to some kind of paint the show in a negative light. Most of you know the series. The characters of the lore apparently. Most people you know don't know the series. The characters of the lore apparently. This garbage doesn't portray Dante nor Lady correctly at all. This is about as accurate as DMC reboot Abomination. Steve, you're a big fan, and it shows. Hey, I knew Steve once. You have no clue what the characters are about. The only game must have played would be a reboot, and both this anime and reboot should go to hell where they belong. 2 out of 10 are generally bad and result to real fans. And on needs to take a chill pill. What do you think? Let me know. I get it. I think maybe the home girls might have wanted the edgy Dante, which I get, I respect. But if we're going the Castlevania route, i.e. the Addy Shankster homie route, i.e. the guy who is directing both series, then yes, you have to put into perspective that if this is the beginning of the DMC and you kind of like give the kid some type of amnesia vibes, or he remembers his mom, but whatever, then yeah, he is Devil May Cry 3 Dante, i.e. the annoying, cocky, annoying kid, because he is, 20-year-old now. So it checks out for me. My first DMC was Devil May Cry 3, so I'm not even gonna try or whatever. On the PS2, the homie let me borrow this skin. It was pretty damn cool. His name was Steve, actually, believe it or not. So I'm really going like, yo, is that Steven? But he was always the pizza guy for me. So I see that and I don't mind it, as long as we're gonna get to the point where he goes like, fuck it, I am the Devil May Cry. And yeah, Lady does kind of come off a bit as too much. I get the whole shtick as she hates demons, and she's been like that since even Devil May Cry 3, the game. But she at least had some air of, she's less tomboy than that, I think. But hey, maybe it's just a sign of the times. But hey, anyways, I'm having fun with it. I'm still gonna finish it. I was debating to do a review of it, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I will do it. Maybe I'll finish it tonight. Oh, I need to go to the gym soon. That was the plan. We got time. Okay. But you know who don't got time? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Buddy. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Anime's JoJo Day event gets paid streaming option outside of Japan. Oh, baby. Warner Bros. Japan revealed on Friday that JoJo Day, a fan event that will connect the past and future, end quote, of the JoJo's Bizarre Experience anime based on Hirohiko Araki's manga, will be available for paid streaming on ABEMA in the United States. ABEMA in Alabama. And the United Kingdom, Thailand, South Korea, Taiwan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, New Zealand, Macau, Mexico, Brazil, Germany, France, and Italy. These guys. The live stream event will be in Japan with no subtitles, and ticket holders for the stream will be able to watch it on demand until April 19th. Tickets for the live stream are on sale and as of press time are listed to cost US $38.46. Wow. Warner Bros. Japan will host the event on April 12th. The event will be held in Tokyo, and guests will include Kazuyuki Okitsu, Daisuke Ono, Jotaro, Junichi Suabe, Akio, and Fairuz Ai. Okay, Julian Kojo. Oh yeah, she's pretty popular. Fairuz Ai. Araki launched JoJo Lands manga, the 9th and latest part of his JoJo Bizarre Adventure manga series, in Ultra Jump, in February 2003. Wow, 2023. Jesus, that's a while ago. David Productions' anime adaptation that started by adapting part 1 of the manga has covered the manga through part 6, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Netflix debuted the first 12 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean globally in December 2021. The second part of the anime, consisting of episodes 13-24, debuted on September 2022. Final part in December 2022. Other recent entries in the franchise include video games such as the musical, live-action adaptations, and Araki spin-off mangas. Thus spoke Kishibe Rohan. Wow. Well, it is what it is. I'm not really sure how to attack this, aside from the angle that these guys are... Why can't this just be a YouTube stream? Like, I guess it makes sense because you don't want to give YouTube money, so I actually support that 1000%. But is the event just this presentation, or is the event an actual like convention you can go visit? Because if it is a convention you can go visit, then yes, why not just stream the event, or I guess you can just always make money. Fair enough. You do you. You do you. Anybody who wants to watch this live can go watch this live. You go pay and you do it live. Why do we charge for it? Okay, so we can make the anime better. Okay. $38.46, is that a reasonable price for a live stream, or watching a live stream that you can have for a week? Is it an hour long? Is it 2 hours long? 3 hours long? $13 per hour? That's just questions, because if Warner Brothers Japan is doing it with JoJo's, then I can assume that we're going to start seeing a trend in the future. And if this is the trend, then we will see. But hey, you just have to be someone who really, really, really likes JoJo's and or Kujo. But interesting. Just wanted to throw that one out there. It's been a while since the anime did, and I did not think it was since 2021 or 2022. But it's apparently been 3 years, and that is something that is terrifying and accurate. So from there, we will go. Oh, I messed up. Speaking of blonde and JoJo. You. All right, this is an interesting one. Marvel fans are having trouble telling all of the blondes apart. Lay it on me, kid. Lay it on me, Kenneth Shepard, over at Kotaku. Yesterday, Marvel Rivals unveiled 2 new heroes coming to the shooter in Season 2. The telepathic mutant Emma Frost, and the unshackled AI Ultron. We haven't seen much of Ultron yet, I wonder why, as he'll be added later in the season. Emma Frost will join the roster when Season 2 begins on April 11th. Fans are excited to have another woman in the Vanguard pool, given that the role has been heavily male-dominated thus far. However, the community also having conversations about how the mutants' inclusion shows a weakness in diversity of Marvel's character designs, and the heroes from which developer NetEase is pulling. Interesting. Frost marks the 3rd instance of Rivals putting a blonde, white woman in a blue and white suit and sending her onto the battlefield. Invisible Woman and Dagger are the other 2. Before Emma joined the game, there were already plenty of jokes about not being able to tell the pair apart at distance. Now a new challenger for the blonde White Lady crown has entered the chat, and the problem is only going to get worse. Emma does have some notable differences in her design that make her more distinguishable in a scrap, such as her exposed thighs and fuck-ass Bob. What? Fuck-ass Bob. But fans are still annoyed that NetEase and Marvel are relying on heroes that look so similar in the heat of the moment, when the comics have plenty of diverse characters to choose from. Such as... Made 3 characters look the same. Okay. We're only 2 blondes away from a full blonde girl team comp. Let's go. The Karens have entered the chat. Rivals is 2 years since the 50th blonde. Marvel Rivals is 2 years. Marvel Rivals in 2 years when the 50th blonde white woman is added to the game. Good night. Nickel for every time Marvel Rivals release a white blonde woman with blue will scheme and have 3 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird to happen there. Blonde white woman power creep. There's no reason to play Overwatch, end quote. Except for an actually diverse cast of characters. This is like the 5th skinny white woman they've added to the game. So don't cry, little Rivals player. Uncle NetEase has got enough blind white women to feed you for your entire life. Yes, more skinny blonde white women with white and blue color schemes. If there were more distance between Emma and Invisible Woman and Dagger being added to the roster, fans might have been less concerned. The game has been out for 4 months. Oh, really? Shoot. And there's been a bizarrely similarly looking blonde, white in a blue and white suit added each season thus far. There have already been some teases of more characters who fall into this archetype joining the game, like Dazzler. So it'll become even more farcical. Captain Marvel is also one of the rumored leaked heroes, but she, at the very least, might be wearing blue and red. Wow. We'll see if Emma is as indiscernible as the other two when she comes to the game on April 11th. Now let's look at this Bob because I'm curious. Closing the goddamn door. Oh yeah, it has no layers. It has no it's just a straight off edge. It's like someone cut it off with a knife. I think that's what she's going for though. Alright. There you go. Marvel Rivals. The place to be for blonde women in the area. Single mothers or she doesn't have a kid. She has a kid. She doesn't have a kid. Alright. Alright, let's talk about the friend. Not a blonde woman, but a pretty damn cool one. Voice actress Yae Takahashi takes 1 month break for surgery. This is by Joanna Kaya over at Anime News Network. Voice actress Ri Itakana closing the goddamn door. Announced on her ex, formerly X, Twitter. Announced on the Blue Sky on calendar that she will take 1 month break to undergo surgery for vocal cord nodules. Takahashi apologized to her supporters for causing concerns, but she assured fans she is in good health. Takahashi also expressed her gratitude to the people who helped her with her schedule and people at her agency for taking time to help her. Takahashi added that she will take the opportunity in a short break to fully recuperate so she can return to work with her characters thoroughly and delicately. Takahashi voiced characters for recently ended series such as Blue Miyobo, Good Receptionist, 100 Girlfriends, Yay, Sunny Lemon, second season, ReZero, I know that one. She's Emilia, so she's pretty busy. Rurouni Kenshin, wow, really? Kyoto Disturbance. Shangri-La Frontier, second season, and Witchy Precure, Mirai Days. Poor girl, she does a lot of work. Takahashi, is it? Why though? she's been working for like forever. Like, is she good or something? Takahashi she loves the game, I guess. Voice the character Syrup in the Witch Watch anime, which will premiere on April 6th. Koshunji in the Shunji Family Children, which will premiere on April 8th. And the Young Lady in the second season, Zenryoko Usagi, which will premiere on April 9th. Takahashi will return as Ren in the second season of was reincarnated Seventh Prince, and Sumi Sakurasawa in the fourth season of Rente Girlfriend in July. When you go 1 month of a break for her. Does this mean that we're gonna take a break on the episodes, or do we? Okay, so this season's episodes are already finished, but we're going into the new season, which will premiere. Well, I guess anime's today. Today's the 6th, so Witch Watch is premiering right now. So she has already voiced these. However, she needs time, a month, to take a break, and that's. We still have like 3 months of anime. It's fine. Well, I think it's fine. I just, yeah, as long as she's fine. But but interesting. She does a lot of work. Like I said, I think she's busy throughout the whole year. She's been doing this for a while, man. I want to maybe before 2010, probably before 2010. But I remember her popping up and getting very popular like around 2012, 14 era. But yeah, that is the price. Kind of why the voice acting is fun and I enjoy doing that. But yeah, man, if you keep on going and just keep on pushing it, that could be really, really bad for you. So I'll have to wait on that one. Hopefully she gets better. But hey, let's keep it in anime realm, yeah? Because Crunchyroll reveals nominees for the Anime Award Anime of the Year. Here's how to vote. It's by Blythe. Really? Blythe. Du Jardin. Nice. Crunchyroll's Anime Awards are a chance to celebrate your favorite shows, characters, and performances from the previous year. While panel judges may decide the nominees themselves, the winners of each category are ultimately decided by fans. Today, the anime streaming service officially announced the nominees for the 9th Anime Awards and opened voting to the public. At the 2024 Anime Awards, the grand prize and 10 other awards went to Jujutsu Kaisen in 2025. Frieren, and leads the charge with 25 nominations. Holy shit. Though Dan Da Dan isn't far behind at 22. Here are the nominees for Anime of the Year and how, yes, you can cast your votes. Nominees for Anime of the Year. Anime Awards, Crunchyroll announced expanded eligibility requirements. Any series that aired between October 31st and December 31st, which includes 5 anime seasons. Is eligible. With that in mind, here are the nominees for Anime of the Year. What? Which includes 5 anime seasons. So, Dan Da Dan, produced by Science Saru, follows a pair of teenagers. Yosh, we know. Delicious in Dungeon. There you go. People have been into that one. I actually still need to watch that. But it's Studio Trigger, and those guys are really good at animating. Frieren, Journey's End. That's classic. Who is the animators? Come on, guys. You gotta freaking put who the animators is, not where to freaking watch this. You can watch this anywhere. Damn it. There you go. Kaiji number 8. The guy that turns into a demon and they hunt the kaijus. Solo Leveling, everybody's favorite abs, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I need to get on that. Apothecary Diaries, hell yes. I need to catch up on this. Go through. No, fuck and Green Day. They get assholes. Thanks, King. Yes, Frieren, or yeah, that. To vote in the Anime Awards, you'll have to sign a Crunchyroll account. You don't need a premium membership, and head on over to the voting page. Voting is open until April 14th, 11:50 PST. You can vote in every category once per day. Check out the rest of the nominees. Biggest award, which includes every genre this year. They added best isekai anime to the list, as well as awards for characters, dubbed voice performances, and even opening songs. You can check out the full list of nominees over there. 2025 Anime Awards will take place in Tokyo on May 25th. The event will be live streamed on Crunchyroll with more details to come. So this is pretty big, I guess, because they're actually freaking being Sony and holding the event on Tokyo. So, damn, moving up in the universe, Crunchyroll. Good on you, man. Oh man, the good old days of whipping up an old iPhone 3G and loading up the Naruto versus Pain fight on Crunchyroll app. Like it was yesterday. But you know what wasn't yesterday? Am I getting it? Lupin the Third. 2D feature length anime revealed. Title, trailer, theme, song, 27th premiere. Official site for Lupin 3 franchise announced Friday that a new feature film in the franchise will open on Japan on June 27th. The title, Lupin, the movie, Third, Fujimi no Ketsutsuku, or Bloodline, Immortal Bloodline. The staff unveiled a visual and trailer. The video reveals and previews the film's theme song, The Third Eye, by rock band BZs. Is that the from Kill Bill? Holy shit. Let's go. You guys know I'm a big Lupin fan.
俺の名はルパン三世。かの名高き怪盗ルパンの孫だ。世界中の警察が俺に血眼。おそらくそこにはとんで
Well, you missed all of it. Oh man. Oh man. This is like part 5, so it's like the recent arc. Now, not Kyogo. The B5s, the BZs. The BGs, no. Oh, robots. Let me remind you guys, the reason we're pulling this up is because these are the same guys who animated Sakamoto Days. So if you can tell me that they don't know how to animate, I'm gonna point to this. But yeah, I freaking love Lupin, so you're pretty damn cool, man. Oh, moving on. Story follows Lupin and his team as they seek the treasure on a mysterious unmarked island. Oh, Takeshi Koike. Whoa. Lupin III, a woman called Fujiko Mine. Greystone, Lupin III, going straight. The same guy is returning to the franchise to direct the film at Telecom Animation Film. Never mind. Yuya Takahashi's Fujiko Mine's Lie is also returning to screenplay. James Shimochi is also returning to 3 films to compose the music. Katsuhito Ishii is also returning from the 3 films as creative advisor. TMS Entertainment is credited for production and writing. Oh, production and writing. Okay, so they're not even animating this. So next was distributed to film. According to the staff, the film will be the first new 2D feature-length film in the franchise in nearly 30 years. Ooh. Since Lupin III Dead or Alive in 1996. That's a pretty good year. It's a pretty good year. Guess he was alive. Since then, other anime have screened in theaters such as Lupin III, Jigs and Gravestone, Lupin III, Goemon's Blood Spray, and Lupin III, Fujiko Mine's Lie. But those are not feature-length films. The 2019 film, Lupin III, the first, was CG, and it's fucking beautiful. And 2013, Lupin the Film versus Detective Conan the movie, and the 2023 film, Lupin vs. Cat's Eyes, were both crossover films. I did not see either of those, but I would be interested. I know of a person who really likes Conan. So, there you go, man. I love Lupin III. It's probably my favorite of all time because it has a little bit of everything. If I've said it before, if Detective Conan is like we're gonna use our brain because we need to help or stop this person, Lupin the Third is we're gonna use our brains because we need to get the freak out of here, son. And I love that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If it comes up sooner than later, 6/27. That means in 2 months, and then that 2-3 months basically, and that means 3 more months after that. So 2-3, either September or August. I can see this jumping over into theaters, which I will freaking be there. So hey, look forward to that, my dudes, because this next one's about to get ugly. So unless you were living under a rock, or maybe you're just generally busy and you have better things to do with your life, which respect. But things have been rough for the Nintendo Switch launch because new tariffs, massive price hikes. That's the massive price hikes on gaming hardware and other consumer goods. And Nintendo has switched to pre-orders over Trump's tariffs. Drumpf, my bad. DRUMF. Because when Trump's family came to the United States, that was their name. They were originally some kind of oligarchy family. They came to America and they changed it to Trump. So you got to respect your history, sir. Drumpf. President Trump. Ethan Gotch switched to pre-orders were supposed to begin on April 9th. No longer. In an unprecedented move, Nintendo announced on Friday that it's halting pre-orders for its upcoming $450 hardware launch. Thank God, because I was about to drop money on that. Because of new tariffs in the United States, it's set to go into effect beginning on April 5th. Give me a reason not to buy that shit. A statement from Nintendo, first obtained by GameStop, reads, quote, Pre-orders for the games for Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will now start April 9th, 2025. In order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions, Nintendo will update timing at that later. Launch date of June 5th, 2025 is unchanged. End quote. Wait a minute. We're Americans. This is going to be really bad. People, but oh my god. Okay, sorry. I just had a brain explosion moment right now. None of this matters anymore. TLDR. If we're not getting the Switch on April 9th, but the rest of the universe is getting their Switch on the same launch day, and only America is getting held back because of tariffs, damn. Number one, the annoying orange president fucked up real bad. We'll see how bad, but he fucked up. Number two, respect. Gotta say, I recently found out that the Switch 2 costs about $350 in the Japanese market, and we're paying $450 because of our inflated market. So Japan is trying to cover their own country, which, you know what? That makes sense. Sucks for us, but it makes sense. Number three, scalping across borders has always been a thing, right? We've always been shipping from Japan and all that. Hypothetically, Switch is saying that they're going to implement some new regulations to actually get the console. But if you're telling me that this console is going to launch universally before it launches in the Americas, you can fucking bet your ass that America's going to do every fucking bullshit. Scalping Americans are going to do every little bitch ass thing they can to inflate that price. Like, badly. I can see these things going for $1,000 in America on launch day, quote unquote, Liberation Day. So suck on that, Trump. Let's go back to the article. Switch 2 reveals this week that showcases big games like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, but also big new price jumps that took fans by surprise. On the same day the Switch 2 was revealed, the annoying orange announced new tariffs on over 20 and 40% on some countries, including China, Vietnam, and Japan. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand why he's doing it, but at the same time, it's like he can do this because he doesn't see the ramifications, but we're all gonna see the ramifications, and he's just not gonna give a fuck. So why the fuck would I trust anything he wants to do? Anyways, it's getting personal. They could push game and Switch 2 hardware pricing even higher for players in the US starting later this month. On April 10th, Trump has already said he's open to negotiate new trade taxes. However, Nintendo could be waiting to see if he reverses course before moving ahead with pre-orders and previously planned for Switch's due June 5th release date. Pre-orders were set to begin next week, with retailers like Best Buy and Walmart already promising midnight launches for most anticipated console launch in years. Pre-orders were also set to take place directly through Nintendo beginning in May, through a series of strict requirements that would exclude all but the most hardcore fans from having a shot at qualifying. Even before the latest Trump tariffs were announced, fans had been calling on Nintendo to drop price on the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World, which is set to be the company's first $80 release. Chants of drop the price have been flooding Nintendo's Treehouse live streams on YouTube, meant to showcase exclusive new footage of the company's new Switch 2 games. Nintendo is live streaming all its new games over 20 viewers, and was in the chat just spamming drop the price. It's rough, man. The tariffs, should they go into effect as planned, could raise price by hundreds of dollars on the most expensive electronics, unless Nintendo decides to eat the cost of tax by letting it cut into Switch 2 profit margins. Many analysts had speculated that the company had already built unnecessary uncertainty around higher tariffs amid an escalating trade war into its current $450 pricing for the Switch 2. But in the latest statement suggests that the console could end up costing even more in the US by the time it launches in June. Entertainment Software Association. What? Sorry. A U.S. trade group that represents Nintendo and other gaming companies said the tariffs, quote, are going to be a real deterrent impact on the video game industry, end quote. ESA Senior Vice President Aubrey Quinn told GameFile this week, quote, every company, every industry, the video game industry included, needs to think about what's best for consumers, best for businesses, and best for employees. Supply chains are complicated, and certainly supply chains don't change overnight. Everything that is considered or decided can't be a quick turnaround. It can't be a knee-jerk reaction to any particular announcement, end quote. Wow. So that is the state of gaming, state of play, my friends. One of the most interesting, craziest console launches in my timeline, at least. Because unfortunately, our audio fucking peaked, so it's shit, but in our if our watch through or watch along of the Switch review, it had everything going for it. Like, it really felt like they had learned so much and they were looking forward to do new and cool things, and I believe they still are, but the price of admission is rough. And like, I don't want to get too like into it or negative about it, but there has to be a lot of like investors, and if Saudi has a huge share, meaning they have a big say on what Nintendo should do, then it just connects the dots for me as to why all of a sudden they need more return from their products, which I understand, and I think we could have all figured out a solution together, but man, it is rough. It is rough right now. But that is the world that we live in. Let's just blast through a few more of these plot points. It won't take too long because it's true. Right. Fans fear impact of tariffs, switch to prices. Quote, I shouldn't as an average person be priced out of this. Talk is cheap. Gaming fans are feeling the heat after Nintendo's announced the Switch 2 US pre-order date was delayed. It's a direct result of the newly announced tariffs posted by the Trump administration. Wednesday morning, Nintendo fully unveiled its hybrid console alongside the plans to open pre-orders April 9th. Saw that, sweeping tariffs. Pre-orders drift not to open. I hate being right. I kept telling folks that things can literally change tomorrow. People kept yelling at me that tariffs won't affect us. Alright, man. 46% tariff on Vietnamese imports announced now. Nintendo Switch 2 are produced there. It's so fucking over. You're gonna make it even more expensive. Just some bread. Wait a minute. Are you saying we have to pay for the tariffs? One Reddit user commented. Who could have possibly foreseen this? While pre-order timing and other tariffs, including the UK, remains unchanged, Nintendo didn't mince words when it came to tariffs and how it will affect those in the United States. However, changes to a release schedule, even when it comes to something as simple as pre-order timing, signal that Nintendo has 4 more on its mind that it has revealed thus far. There were fears Nintendo's proposed $450 on the Switch 2 price and any games might be too big of an ask for pre-tariffs. A movement aiming to get Nintendo to lower the prices plans already began shortly after the initial reveal, but the struggle for affordable games is just getting started. While some analysts had suggested Switch 2 prices were calculated with potential tariffs in mind, Nintendo's announcement today suggests that those numbers have room to increase. Fuck. So then, those were the pre-tariff prices. Yeah, Switch and Mario Kart about to be $650 after taxes. Fuck. Americans checking up these Switch 2 prices and complaining about the old ones. The price just went up. Oh yeah. Nintendo hasn't announced when or if its Switch 2 prices will change, but there's plenty of reason to worry if they will shift in a more expensive direction. What began as a wave of frustration aiming at the current Switch 2 price has now evolved into a notion of people who, of course, are still angry, but now they're just hoping they'll be able to afford the new console. I shouldn't have done tricky price. Yeah, I probably will. This ironically frustrated me so much. And quote, Reddit user added, Switch 2 was already going to be quite expensive compared to the OG, but I was still okay with paying the extra money for it. games were another blow. Was too expensive already, but whatever. But this huge tariffs plus sales tax plus tariffs on games. I don't want to pay $130 for a damn copy of a game or $600 for the new Switch. I generally think this will impact the amount of people able to buy into all this. I shouldn't, as an average person, be priced out of this. Yet I probably will be. Ugh. End quote. I feel bad for all my US followers. If you thought the Switch 2 price were expensive before, it looks like it's going to get even worse due to new tariffs. Hey, Genki. We've spoken to other industry analysts who acknowledge that the unprecedented tariffs have gamers and game makers walking into uncharted territory and that there's no telling what exactly will happen in Switch 2. While some believe that it could soon see a price increase, others aren't so sure, but all agree that the industry will no doubt feel the impact of the Trump administration while reaching wide-reaching tariff plans. Switch to Nintendo's groundbreaking console with only increased price could be the start of what's to come. Yes, sir. We spoke to the Entertainment Software Association, ESS Aubrey Quinn, to learn more about how President tariffs affect games playing forward. As many have feared, the ESA says there's no reason to believe that the damage will stop at Nintendo. It does not stop at Nintendo Switch 2, by the way. PC parts like CPU and GPUs are going to go up. Fuck. Laptops are going up. Anything tech related is going up. Next, PlayStation and Xbox are going to require blood sacrifices. Ha! Joke's on you. I already got my tattoo. Fuck me. Anyways, the prices of the console's tech and pretty much every daily necessities are about to go up. There's a good chance Nintendo is about to announce a price hike for Switch 2. Do not be surprised if Sony and Microsoft follow suit. PC market is already screwed. I knew I should have bought that fucking AMD when it dropped day one. The Nintendo Switch 2 is priced at $449.99 at the time of its of publication. For more, you can read up now. What if we just don't buy it? Have fun, don't be mean. Similar scale, people think it's going to go up by $50. I worked as manager at a game store. Our sales rep contacted us today to pull pre-orders and stated that they're currently toying with the idea of anywhere between 25 to 40% increase on the new consoles. As such, retail stores will likely respond with similar price increase. Unfortunately, this will also be the new standard price, as once they release, it won't come down for a few years with in fairness of early purchases. This even includes if the US and Vietnam come to an agreement to remove all tariffs. Yep. No pain, no game. There you go. 50 Shades of You. There you go. Oh, it's interesting. Canada fails to see characters. Chile just removed theirs. It doesn't change the fact that they had tariffs in place in America for many years. People who used to say that the necessary, painful, drastic actions that were taken to combat climate change are the same people who would take or against the current. Wait, what? Drastic actions had to be taken to combat climate change are the same people who are against the current tariffs. To be wise to understand how dynamic and average changing in the future. This is a great song by Anderson called Ironic. Check it out. Shut the fuck up. If the administration actually gave a shit about the climate change, then we wouldn't be fucking changing policies to fucking burn fossil fuel. You fucking dumbass dipshit piece of shit. Just fucking think, will you? And like, if you're here to pay for it, then pay for it. We'll tax your ass, but don't tax everybody out there, dog. That's not what this is about. Go back to your fucking corner. Anyways. Yeah. That's bad. Because it gets worse. Go back to your fucking corner, dog. Anti-Trump protested crowds switched to events. Anti-Trump protest crowds. Protest crowds. Anti-Trump protest crowds switched to event in Nueva York. There you go. We got there together. Rhiannon Brenovan. Thank you for adding commas. Nintendo has kicked off the series of Nintendo Switch 2 experiences with fans able to try out the next-gen console for themselves. It kicked off in New York this weekend, with crowds gathering to get their hands on the long-awaited Switch successor. However, this wasn't the only reason people were gathering in New York this weekend. Yesterday, thousands upon thousands amassed across 120 locations throughout the U.S. to protest against President. The Annoying Orange was one such location being New York. During a demonstration, the protest marched right outside the Switch 2 experience, crowding the event. Huge ironic, right? There's your fucking ironic song. Sorry, I'm heated. I'm so done with huge anti-Trump protests inside the Switch 2 event. No, the crowds were not protesting the Switch 2's price. Yeah. Videos can be found across social media, as those waiting outside the Switch 2 experience captured the moment that a protest marched by. As you can see, the crowds are huge, as thousands gather to protest many of Trump's administration actions, namely the cuts to government spending and the immigration raids against those on student visas, as reported by the BBC. Despite some claims to the contrary on social media, protest was not against Switch 2. There was also no confirmation that this route was chosen specifically to go past the event, so it could all be coincidental. It's just very amusing coincidence. No, it's called fate. That said, a Switch 2 event and an anti-Trump protest aren't exactly unrelated right now. Earlier this week, Nintendo revealed that it was delaying Switch 2 pre-orders in the US response to tariffs rolled out by the Trump administration. The delay is outside Nintendo caused access and impact on the tariffs, suggesting that consoles already high prices could rise even further in the region. The ESA has already warned that there will be an industry-wide issue, so we'll have to see how this affects other platforms in the meantime. In the meantime, Switch 2 pre-orders are open April 11th. Liza Minnelli. They delayed that. Right? That's kind of... Sorry, not to nitpick too much, but you acknowledge that they delayed the pre-orders, and yet you still put the same pre-order date down here. Right? Or am I just potato? Or April 9th. They pushed it back to Tuesday? No mames. But yeah, that's there, my dudes. So that is the official... Wait, there's more. One last one. Ikuzo. Annoying caveat for physical Switch 2 editions of original Switch games that will make pre-owned copies useless. It is by George Forster over at The Gamer. A Nintendo UK support representative has seemingly confirmed once and for all that the physical copies of enhanced Switch 2 ports will come in an original Switch cartridge and a download code. Enhanced Switch 2 ports will come with the original Switch cartridge and a download code. Nintendo fans have spent so long waiting for the build of the official announcement of the Nintendo Switch that pretty much no one expected there to be any issues. As we know, though, that hasn't been the case. With the expensive games that are big bugbear right now, a lot of similar problems have come sliced revealed. Reason is issue lack of communication with Nintendo, which left out a lot of details of everything surrounding the Switch 2. The biggest points of the confusion was regarding the Switch Enhanced 2 Edition releases for games like Measure of Time, Prime 4 Beyond, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and more. Switch 2 Edition physical releases will come with a download code and an original Switch cartridge. Okay. Looks like you might as well buy digital. Since Switch 2 editions of these games are being released both physically and digitally, with those who already own the game being able to pay an upgrade fee, a lot of questions have been raised about the games, how these games will be released. Would physical copies have the Switch 2 content on the cartridge and ready to go? Or would it be offered through download code? Sadly, it looks like it's going to be the latter. As pointed out by Twitter user Wario64 and originally reported by Does It Play 1. A Nintendo UK support representative responded to a question regarding the Switch 2 editions, confirms that physical releases will have a download code alongside the original Switch version of whatever game you buy. This essentially means that the pricey Switch 2 editions are basically just Switch 1 games with an upgrade key, making physical releases a little pointless, especially if you already owned the game and wanted a complete edition. If true, it also means that the pre-owned copies of these Switch 2 editions are going to be pointless since the code will definitely be a one-time use. Makes sense. Sheesh. So there you go. The official state of play for Nintendo Switch 2. Wow. It's history in the making for sure. I don't think we've ever had a launch as crappy as this. But that is the world that we live in. That is Trump's America. It's okay. Physical Switch 2 has physical game collectors freaking out, and Elden Ring is a perfect example. Cartridge version will include full software port. The game's favorite digital and Nintendo Switch have been holding back line, might have changed physical edition price tags and cartridge games. Sheesh. Spot a Warrior PlayStation Store listening to the copy of the will include Gay King Cart in title description, same thing we already talked about. Instead, owners need to go online, download it. Yep, included. Yep. Essentially what we're talking about. Bypass DRM, that's the big one right there. It just makes it easier for them not to resell, and so they keep all the money in their platform. So it's pretty bad, man. You know, there's one thing to like upsell your fucking products. It's another thing to fucking price gouge your consumers, and it's like a fucking final thing to just be like, nah, fuck this. You guys can't buy it. You guys can't like pre-own shit. Like it's all in our universe, and like none of it matters. But fuck, man. But it's all right because the unfinished version of the Minecraft movie is going viral online. A version with incomplete visual effects and temporary CG has leaked onto the web. This is by Zach Swain. Steve's World. An unfinished digital version of the Minecraft movie starring Jack Black recently leaked online via digital pirates. Nice. And clips, and clips of it have started going viral due to some silly looking moments. On Friday, the Minecraft movie finally hit theaters, and after spending years in production hell, reviews from critics are mixed, but early box office numbers looks promising. The thing that will probably be a solid hit thanks to a large part of the fact that kids still love Minecraft in 2025. But who cares about the box office or reviews? Instead, let's look at what might be my favorite video of 25 so far. It's a clip of the unfinished version of Minecraft in which Jack Black's version of Steve shows off his handcrafted world. Oh man, can I watch this? Clip above, raise, blah, 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 blah. Hey. I'm about to partake. Is that happening? Is that happening? No. No. Actually, it might be too much. Where the fuck? This one? Steve. Yes. The dog. That's cute. It it gives like 90s editing vibe. That's pretty cool. With the song and everything included. All right. That was nice. I'm glad I saw that. There you go. Chernima. Absolute Chernima. All right. The clip above has racked over 1 million likes and 4.8 million views on Twitter. Thank you for using Twitter, man. I respect that. So it was posted early Friday morning, and I can see why. Watching Jack Black hop around in an unfinished CGI world that resembles something out of a PS2 game is amazing. I generally want to watch a version of this movie with all the temp effects and the CG instead of the finished product, which looks like a nice but boring take on Minecraft aesthetic. People are also sharing screenshots of the unfinished version of Minecraft that shows off some very silly moments involving low poly Jack Black and blue screen. Wow. The full unversioned version of Minecraft, the world needs to be able to enjoy this. Oh no, damn it. Where's my version? Ah, that's lame. That's lame. They took it down. Look at the massacre, my boy. Damn. They got us. What happened to freedom of speech, you motherfucking dipshit? Fucking robotic ass potato. Bruh, how did the Minecraft movie get leaked? Should want to see it. Looks good. Oh shit. Oh yeah. There you go. XBet. Based. That's awesome. Gotta love it. Perhaps the funniest part of this whole thing is that because of the work print version of Minecraft movie leaked on pirate websites where people download movies for free. Some people have downloaded this version of the video game movie without realizing it's unfinished. I was quite surprised to discover as you get comfy on your couch and settle to watch the pirated copy of the new movie. So that reminds me of the time Universal accidentally uploaded a version of the trailer for the Mummy reboot with most of the audio and music missing. To this day, that's the only thing I remember about that Tom Cruise misfire. And depending on how bad the Minecraft is, well, this might be all I remember about the movie in 10 years. Nope, it did great. So yeah, fun little shtick. Cute. I remember being a teenager, or preteen, I think, and being excited to watch X-Men Origins Wolverine. I know. But then people started leaking the un-CGI version online, and that was also pretty cool because it just looked dumb. But yeah, cool stuff like that. Glad to know that these things happen, and I think it's fun. I think being able to see what things were pre-production and then comparing it to what things are final production is very important in my opinion, and very cool. So I think there's nothing but good news. Good on you, pirates. Well, that's yar. But something that we're not probably gonna get for a while. Bungie's Marathon finally emerges from the shadows to tease something. This is by Wesley Poole over at IGN. Sponsored by the Switch 2 and Saudi Arabia, apparently. Alright. Marathon is a PvP-focused extraction shooter set to the mysterious planet of Tal Set T4. Players inhabited the bodies of runners, cybernetics mercenaries who have been designed to survive the planet's harsh environments, exploring the lost colony that once inhabited Tal Set's surface. It has been some time since we saw or heard of Marathon. In October, Bungie released a lengthy development update video that will shed light on Marathon's mechanics. Stress how early in the development the game was. Player character models were at that point still, quote, coming together, while enemy models were still at an, quote, early state. Now, through half a year later, it looks like Bungie is finally ready to reveal what it's been working on. A tweet from the official Marathon account below revealed a typically cryptic image and accompanying garbled signal noise. Fans have noticed there's an ASC2 art of footage from the debut Marathon trailer. Given this is the Bungie we're talking about, developer known for its mysterious teasers, hidden clues, and Easter eggs, there's probably much more here to discover, and fans are already working to find out what it all means. Either way, very much looks like it's finally happening for Marathon after what has been a troubled development. Picture in question? Whoa, that's more than I thought it was going to be. So these look like sails. That's a snake right there. A little viper. You see the fangs right there. Pew, pew, pew. Marathon. There's a snake in my boot. Got it. Crack that, y'all. Marathon revealed in 2023, and a reboot of the classic Bungie franchise, but with all its themes of mysteries, eeriness, and psychological cryptines. Bungie itself has suffered several controversies in recent years, headlined by laying off 220 staff members, meaning 17% of its workforce in July 2024, a movie even industry peers criticized. This came less than a year after 100 other layoffs at Bungie, at which point staff told IGN atmosphere was soul-crushing at the studio. Further controversy came when the report released weeks after 2020 jobs losses, alleging former Marathon director Barrett was fired after an internal misconduct investigation. At Bungie, Barrett subsequently sued Sony Interactive Entertainment and Bungie for more than $200 million. This all comes as Sony rethinks its focus on live service games. Sony president Hiroki Toki said in November 2023, the company was committed to launching just 6 of the 12 live service games it was working on by March 2026, in a shift in strategy that saw The Last of Us multiplayer game cancelled. While Airheads Helldivers 2 was a breakout hit, becoming the fast-selling PlayStation Studios game of all time, blah 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 blah, Concord, blah 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 blah. It's coming. It's something. I don't know. I don't really care. Yeah. At this point in my life, I don't think I need any more shooters. But I mean, obviously, I'm welcome to be wrong. Just I just don't see how this is gonna be something like mind bending, and it's hard to believe that this team is excited for this, and that makes me feel like the game is not gonna be very. It's not gonna have heart, but you never know. You never know. I could be wrong, I guess. Marathon. He's a marathon. What are we looking at? We got blasted. Robots, right? Okay. Whatever that is. Space, the final frontier. Well, it is what it is. Guess what else also is? Insomniac provides update on the Wolverine game. Yo! This is by Johnny Flores Jr. Yeah, it's been a while, dude. That's the only thing that I've actually fucking been waiting on. Ever since Insomniac Games announced Marvel's Wolverine at the 2021 PlayStation Showcase, fans have been patiently waiting for any kind of update on PlayStation 5's title. Fortunately, things have been eerily quiet on that front. Though Insomniac stresses the game is still in active development. In response to a fan pointing out the lack of news, Insomniac stated that it will, quote, share news about the game when we are ready to share it. Here he comes, here he comes. We. So, Wolverine. Quote, we can't act on everything requested when things take time, resources, and the green light to share them, the response concluded. It's a rather snappy response, so the frustration on both sides is understandable. Fans are keen on learning more about the next big PS5 exclusive, and Insomniac is lastly tired of being unable to share accomplishments without being badgered on social media. Wow. I have this one on PS3. Yeah. I need to buy this. Fuck. Everything we know about Wolverine comes from leaks. As gamers may recall, Insomniac suffered a massive breach of security in 2023 that led to premature reveal of future game announcements, along with personal information of employees, as well as massive amount of Wolverine info, including playable build. Though those leaks, multiple elements of the Wolverine game were revealed, including a fight at the expansion, several of the costumes players will have access to, and how exactly traversal will work, whenever the game does launch, among other parts. For its part, in late January, Insomniac said that it wasn't quite ready to pop the claws and shared more about Wolverine. Instead, they'll remain stoic like Logan and share things down the line as months go on. It still remains to be seen when exactly the studio will be ready based off Friday's response. Fans might be waiting a bit longer. Yep, and that's pretty interesting. That's like the one title that I've actually wanted like soon. X-Men Origins Wolverine, pretty damn cool. I have it on PS3. And Wolverine being one of, I would say, my favorites, I guess. Pretty cool. Short King for the win. And yeah, it just feels very potato. Because like, why even show off the trailer if you're not ready for anything, man? But the obvious answer is investors. So you got your money, Sony. Glad you fucking did whatever you fucking decided to do with that money. And now we need to deal with the consequences. But it is what it is. Whenever that game comes out, I'll probably jump on it. But hey, that is the way the cookie crumbles. And if you think things are going to be rough with the Switch 2, then I just hope that you all find the patience, the energy, and the hope to drive, right, to get that console. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not necessarily sold on it, but at the same time, it's gonna be one of those like you buy now or you maybe never buy. And honestly, at this point, I think we just stop buying stuff because of tariffs, and we see the economy crash. But hey, I'll keep an eye on that one, and I hope you keep your eye on the prize. But wait, there's more. I'm gonna bring the homeboy back around. I'm gonna wrap this one up. It's been a interesting vibe. do, however, feel like things are moving pretty fast, man. I wish we had more time to let these things process and all that. But shit, man, it's just crazy that we're in a moment where things are happening so fast, and I can almost guarantee it's by design. The faster things move, the more information we have to worry about, the less focus we have to actually impact and work what we need to do. But that's just the way. And I'm gonna try to give it a little vibe, because the Strokes are out there, and the Strokes are out there doing some work. It looks like my work ain't over yet. I lost my pick. Literally just had it. That was my finger. Oh, my left finger. But I hope we've all learned something. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying things are going to be interesting in the next couple of weeks. Would I have preferred to have a nice, simple Switch launch? Of course. But we just deal with it. And we'll have to wait and see. This is going to be very, very important in terms of how the other nations are going to start treating us. And if we can find that in between. But man. Interesting times. We'll just accept. If the Switch 2 launches in Japan first and everywhere around, I'm not excited to see those price scalps. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see what happens. This is such an interesting place to be. But for now, you're here with us. You're here with the, and I think the, for being chill, for being selfless, some might say. Yeah, not ready. Can the night side of my way, yeah. Lay my head outside your face, yeah. Time we lost, it's all my fault, yeah. Please don't be long, 'cause I want you now. I don't have love without you around. Life is too short, but I will live for you. How did this fit in your story? Yeah. Why'd you let them judge your body? Yeah. I've been waiting there outside. Yeah. Please don't be long, 'cause I want your own. alone. Life is too short, but I will live for you. You're mocking now, but I will live for you. Myself is love. Bite my tongue and wave my tongue. Waited for a century. Waste my breath, no lessons learned. Turn and face the end now. I'm not scared, I just don't care. I'm not listening your hair. He's never there, but I don't care. I can tell you what and where. Yeah, yeah. Wow, it's called being selfless. Because there's one more. Psychonaut. Oh, that's my stomach. I'm hungry. Psychonaut. It's been nice. It's been fun. I enjoy doing this, and I'm gonna try to go to the gym. But I still got things to do, so that one's in the air. But hey, at the end of the day, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you look forward to your week, and I hope you have fun. Take care. I'll catch you. Notes. Exposition. Never too soon. Reckless abandonment. Like no one watching you. A moment, a love, a dream, a laugh, a kiss, a cry, a rights, a wrongs, a love, a leave, a laugh. A moment, a love, a dream, a laugh. Stay there, 'cause I'm coming over. While I'm blood sleeping, still young, it's up. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop to surrender. Songs of desperation. Play them for you. A moment, a love, a dream, a laugh, a kiss, a cry, a rights, a wrongs. A moment, a love, a dream, a laugh, a moment, a love, a dream, a laugh. Stay there, 'cause I'm coming over. While our blood's still young, it's so young and run. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop till surrender. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop till it's over. Won't stop till surrender. Thanks for hanging out. Ciao. Insert Fall Out Boy song. American Pie. Ew. Amen. Jai Krishna. See you guys. Hasta luego.